around.
Let me talk about the issue of gays in the military. The president has told you that he wants to repeal the don't ask, don't tell policy so that gays and lesbians can serve openly in the military. And the Pentagon said this week that you personally, along with Secretary Gates, are working to address the challenges associated with implementing the president's commitment. What exactly are you doing, and what exactly are you worried about?
The president has made his strategic intent very clear, that it's his intent at some point in time to ask Congress to change this law. I think it's important to also know that this is the law, this isn't a policy, and that for the rules to change, a law has to be passed.
And there's legislation introduced in the Congress now.
And there is, exactly. And so I've had discussions with the Joint Chiefs about this. I've done certainly a lot of internal to immediate staff discussions about what the issues would be and how
What are they? What are the challenges?
Well, it's my job as a senior military advisor to provide best military advice to the president. And what I owe him is an objective assessment of what these changes would be, what they might impact on. And there could be speculation about what that might be, but my goal would be to achieve an objective assessment of the impact, if any, of this kind of change. In addition, you know, I would need some time for a force that's under a great deal of stress. We're in our, sixth year of fighting 2 wars, to look at, if this change occurs, to look at implementing it in a very deliberate, measured way. And what I also owe the president, and I owe the men and women in uniform, is an implementation plan to achieve this based on a timeline that would be set, obviously, after the laws change.
One of your predecessors, General John Shalikashvili, who was the chairman of the Joint Chiefs back in the early 90s, has said he has second thoughts on this whole issue now. He was against opening up services to gays and lesbians then. Now he's written, I now believe that if gay men and lesbians served openly in the United States military, they would not undermine the efficacy of the armed forces. Our military has been stretched thin by our deployments in the Middle East, and we must welcome the service of any American who is willing and able to do the job. Is he right?
He's certainly entitled to his own personal opinion, and certainly I have the greatest respect for him. There are also lots of retired generals and admirals on the other side.
What's
and
your opinion?
What I would hope to do in this, George, again, given the strategic intent of the president, is to avoid a polarizing debate that puts a force that's very significantly under stress in the middle, and to get to this, assuming the law is going to change in a measured, deliberate way. And that, as the senior military leader, is what I consider my principal
measured, deliberate way. So it sounds like if the Congress calls you up to testify in this law, you're going to say now is not the time to repeal?
No, I'm going to talk to the process that we have in this country, which is we file the law, and if the law changes, we'll comply. There's absolutely no question about that.